Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Mona. I'm the publisher and the chief creative officer at Paizo Incorporated, the producers of the Pathfinder role-playing game. I'd like to welcome you to the inaugural broadcast of the official Paizo Twitch channel, where all day today we will be streaming live games from the Pathfinder offices. We have a number of Paizo luminaries coming in to GM and to play 2-hour games throughout the day. We're doing a big charity push as well all throughout the day for the Extra Life charity. It's a pediatric kids health charity that we really support, and we hope that you will too. Come back at about 11 a.m. It's about 10:15 right now. At 11 a.m. we'll have an official way for everybody to jump on board, help out the charity, and get some cool Pathfinder stuff in exchange. But in the meantime, we've got a bunch of cool games that we're about to begin. We're going to start with some beginner box, and before I introduce the awesome Paizo staffers here at the table, I'd like to hand it off to our Twitch Master of Ceremonies and Editor-in-Chief, F. Wesley Schneider, who's got some exciting news about some giveaways.
Hey everybody, so throughout the day here, we're going to be giving away a number of Pathfinder books, all signed up by the staff here at Paizo. The first one that we're going to be giving away is a copy of Bestiary 5 here. So take a look in your chat, join us in there, and I'll have details for how you can win this exact book.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the Paizo Twitch stream. I'm Jason Bulmahn, the lead designer here at Paizo, and we thought it would be best to start off our Twitch stream with the beginner box, where most players get started. So before I get to murdering my victims, I mean running this game for these people, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll start here.
Hi, I'm Logan Bonner. I'm on the design team with Jason, so I get to deal with him, enjoy working with him every day. And I'm going to be playing the cleric Kira.
Hi, I'm Owen Casey Stevens. I'm a developer here at Paizo, mostly working on the player companion line, which means I don't have to deal with Jason every day. And I will be playing the wizard, Ezra.
And I'm Amanda Hamon-Kunz. I'm also a developer here at Paizo, and I will be playing the iconic fighter Valeros today.
Awesome. So, I'm just going to do it. Let's see here. All right, you've all got your characters picked, and you have miniatures ready to go. We decided to use miniatures instead of the pawns that come with the box so that you can see them from the camera, but we'll get going here right away. All right, let's see, there it is. Your hometown of Sandpoint is a quaint seaside settlement that periodically has problems with monsters, such as wicked goblins and hungry ghouls, but the citizens always manage to endure and survive. Lately, however, a far greater danger has come to threaten the town. A few weeks ago, livestock started disappearing from nearby farms. Sometimes a half-eaten corpse is found, sometimes only bloodstains. The people of Sandpoint are afraid, and Mayor Kendron Deverin is growing desperate. She hopes that some heroes will volunteer to search out for this menace and put an end to it before it kills a person.
Wow, me too.
Yeah, no, it's really important. She's offered a reward of 1,000 gold pieces, which is really more money than any of you have ever even dreamed of.
It's less volunteering and more sort of a executive gig.
Adventurers, mercenaries, one and the same.
Many trips to the tavern.
She's offered 1,000 gold pieces to the group that stops this mysterious creature. Although no one has seen the killer directly, a long black fang was found in one of the animal corpses, prompting the locals to dub the unseen killer Blackfang. You have decided to go on a quest to put an end to these brutal killings. Rumor holds that Blackfang lives in an old cave not too far from town, which has been used as a den for many monsters over the years. You've gathered your gear and are now approaching the entrance to this dungeon, but you still have a few moments left to get to know your fellow adventurers before you plumb into its depths.
So there are going to be 333 gold, 33 silver, 33 copper, and 1 spare copper when we divide this 3 ways, unless someone dies.
Well, I'm just saying, and look at it this way, if 2 people die, that's 1,000 gold for one of you.
Yeah, but I think we're going to need at least 2 of us to set up an Airbnb here so
Yeah.
it stops being a monster lair since that keeps happening.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. So, you guys have made your way here through quaint and rambling kind of farms with, old farmers going about their business and
So,
complaining. Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, Peter Jackson is scouting the location out in the background. And after making
We've
your
only
way...
got 2 hours, Peter.
Yeah. He's going to split this
Take it
adventure
easy.
into 3 parts. I know it's really short, but he's going to pad. There's going to be lots of anyway. So you guys are able to make your way up to the entrance to the dungeon and the old crypt, not too far from town. And at last, The dungeon is in sight up ahead. Its entrance looks more like a cave than the front door of an underground fortress. A curtain of thick green moss hangs over the entrance, hiding what lies beyond. Standing in front of the entrance is a menacing old stone statue of a warrior, which is indeed right there. Now there is a curtain of moss kind of hanging from the cave entrance. Yeah, that pen will do just fine. And if you guys want to arrange yourselves around the entrance there, the wizard is like, I will be as far away from everything as humanly possible.
For some reason,
Within sight counts as around.
For some reason, I did not prepare any defensive spells. So congratulations, you're my defensive spells. Those are dangerous. I'll shoot one if it moves.
That's fair. So we'll just go around the table and let everyone take turns. Logan, playing Kyra, what would you like to do?
So all right, everybody, we've got a reconstruction of this monster based on the evidence we have. We're pretty sure it looks like this.
Okay, all right,
So keep
good.
an eye out for that creature. You'll notice the missing fang.
Oh.
I thought it was missing a horn. Are you sure it's not a horn?
Well, this is.
It could be both.
I leave it to the
You never
professionals.
know.
Is this upside down on camera? The monster? Is it?
He's on chat.
Okay.
We don't know which way is up and which way is down. It's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
for-
Upside down,
Oh,
it's
looks-
just
it
as
In
looks
fun.
case
like
it's
a worthy
upside down,
foe.
Okay,
or in
there we go.
case people are watching their stream upside down.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
All
that's
right.
fine.
Then it's perfect.
Well, now we've got a wanted poster.
That's right.
So you're taking a look around. For
We
this.
actually tore down the wanted poster because it says how much the reward is. We don't want anybody else to.
Yeah, there was actually a line of adventurers coming up the
Yeah.
road. Yeah, no, you guys just got here first. All right. So Kyra is searching about for the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
That's right.
Owen, what is Ezrin up to?
I am perfectly happy to be weighing back. I've got my staff ready to magically, arcane-handedly fling it at someone if something looks fling-worthy.
Fling-worthy.
Fling-worthy. Otherwise, I'm waiting.
All right.
All right.
Amanda?
So Valoros.
The brave one.
Valoros is very brave and very
That's
eager
what I was thinking,
to
yeah.
fight the one-eyed purple people eater.
He'll be even braver in a level.
Yeah, no, that's
He
fair.
will be.
Yeah,
And he's
they-
going to move up to the moss curtain and see if he can see anything through it.
So you begin making your way up towards the moss curtain when it suddenly parts, and a pair of small, green-mouthed creatures with melon-shaped heads and toothy mouths charge out, swinging crude swords. These are goblins, a common pest that live in these hills. Howling battle cries, they charge to attack. So the curtain parts and disappears, and
We know a lot about different types of monsters because the Sandpoint town motto is frequently plagued by monsters. That's right on the side.
yeah, no, Kendra's been meaning to remove that, but the town council won't let her.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like.
I mean,
our
they've got to
mascot.
warn people,
Every
right?
type of monster.
yeah, exactly. So the curtain parts, and there's these two goblins there, and they've got kind of like football-shaped heads, just filled with teeth. And they just start screaming war cries about how they're going to light you on fire, and they look around first to make sure you don't have a horse or a dog with you. Fortunately, you don't, so they are more than ready to attack. So if I could get everyone to roll initiative, we'll figure out the order that we're going at here.
Now, goblins. Seren
Ooh,
Ray
that's
believes
not
that
good.
fire is really great, but lighting people on fire not acceptable. I'm afraid you're going to need a lesson in theology.
All right, so what does everybody have?
So I rolled a 19. I actually have improved initiative, which gives me a +4, so I'm going to go on 23.
That is exceptional. You are very spry for an old man. Ezrin, the oldest wizard to ever begin his adventuring career. Nothing like starting at 50. Amanda, what do you have?
I rolled an 8, and I also have improved initiative, so that's a 12.
A 12.
I rolled a 4, and I also have improved initiative and a dex penalty, so I have a 7.
And I rolled a 2, plus my bonus of 6, means that I have an 8, which is really convenient
Hey.
because we start with Owen and just go around the table. So, Owen, you're up first. Why don't you go right ahead?
All right, that looks fling-worthy, and it is within the 30 feet of my staff flinging, so...
You will fling your staff at the goblin.
I will, which
All
means
right.
I'm flinging it right past both my allies. Hopefully I won't miss and hit them in the back of the head.
No promises.
So,
Listen, they're only first level. More allies are cheap.
that's, well, and I'll get 1,000 gold if this goes well.
Yeah,
so,
no, exactly.
It's a die 20 plus 4 to hit with this.
All
I
right.
roll a 9 plus 4 is 13.
13.
I'm sure the wizard is going to complete the dungeon alone and get the entire reward.
That's the plan if you don't make it, yeah.
All right, you let loose your staff and it wings through the air, but unfortunately it clips the side of the cavern wall and goes clattering to the ground. The goblins, for their credit, are still like, ooh, and for a moment they clap because they've never seen anyone do magic
Dropping
before.
their weapons.
Yeah, well, they hold their sword
They're
in
not
one
good at
hand.
clapping.
Yeah, no, they're yeah. All right, so unfortunately that's going to miss. Would you like to move as well on your turn? Or
No,
you
no,
okay?
I like being way back here away from the applauding goblins. That seems like a fine plan.
That's fair. Valoros, you're up next.
Alright, Valros is going to 5-foot step up. And
That's
he's not
unfortunate.
scared of these little goblins. He's
do
going
look-
to
Yeah.
power attack them.
Fair.
Yeah?
Oh, that's unfortunate for me. But
All
yes,
right.
please go right ahead. Make your attack roll.
Alright, so
I currently count 2
That-
goblins. We'll see how long that is true.
is a 14.
14. All right, you bring your longsword down right across the goblin's head. They were laughing at you, going, bite him in the knees, bite him in the knees, and then your longsword hit him in the head. Why don't we see what that does? Go ahead and roll damage.
Aha, bite this, goblins! Alright. That's a 12.
Oh, good. Oh my god. All right, so your blade comes crashing down on the goblin's head, splitting it in twain.
Clap more, goblins!
Robert Howard style, yeah. No, just right down the middle, and he's still got his laughing lips as they part
Oh.
and go in different directions.
Rigor mortis.
That goblin is super dead. The other goblin gets spattered with his blood and is just laughing at him.
Ah,
But he gets to go and runs up to attack you.
alright.
He is brandishing a crude-looking short sword that looks like it was like the edge of a shield that got chopped off, and he just attached a handle to it. So he's going to go ahead and swing that at you. It doesn't look incredibly effective, and he rolled a 12 plus 2 is only a 14.
That is not gonna hit them.
Oh, he swings wildly, but comes nowhere near hitting you. You're easily able to deflect his blade. He looks really sad at that. For just a moment, he really wanted to see your blood spatter out, but now he didn't get to see that.
Well, maybe next round.
Yeah, I doubt this goblin's going to get a next round, but sure, let's give him hope.
Right. Valorous isn't cruel.
Kyra,
Uh,
it is up to you.
I've been looking at the wanted poster this whole time. Oh, there are goblins here. And so I'm going to go up and try to slash at this goblin.
Fair.
But, you know, for Sarenrae.
Murder, in the name of Sarenrae.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
that-
natural one.
not a 7.
Which,
a
if
1.
you're a fan of Pathfinder, means you get nothing. And
Yeah,
take it.
yeah, no, you
Good day, sir.
your swing goes wild right above the goblin's head, and it just sits there laughing at you, mockingly, just like, it's totally not paying attention to the fighter, by the way,
Yeah,
he
I'm
was
just
about to
gonna
bring
look
another
at
sword down on
Valorous.
his head. Ezrin,
Yeah.
your old
okay,
bones
let's-
creak as you realize it is your action again.
I'll move up to about there. I don't have a staff to throw at them anymore. I believe instead I am going to cast a Ray of Frost cantrip, because I can do that all I want.
Oh,
So, I will make an attack roll to make a ranged attack. I will roll a 17.
So you wave your hands, bringing about the mystical incantation, and the goblin's like, ooh, as like blue smoke and magic comes out of your hand. And then the ray goes and hits the goblin right in the middle of the forehead, and it's like, cold!
It's brain freeze, die
Yeah,
up to
no,
11.
it's
I do a die 3 of damage, which this is a lovely 3-sided die, and I will do 2 points.
2. All right, you have given the goblin frosty eyebrows, which, if there were other goblins here, they would think that's rather stylish, but there aren't.
It's a
So-
shame, because we could line them up and shoot
That's
them all
wasted.
once. And
Yeah, no, it'd be really nice. They would pay probably top coin for that. All right,
this adventure gig
Valros.
doesn't work out.
Alright, well, Valorous is still standing right up next to the goblin, so
Yeah, but-
he is just gonna do the same thing he did before.
The goblin is not pleased by that
Yeah.
maneuver.
However, he will compliment him on his frosty eyebrows.
No,
they
well,
do
fair.
look quite dashing.
Yeah, no, they're very dashing.
Oh, that's a natural 20, so critical threat.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, but why don't you go ahead and roll to confirm?
17 to confirm?
17. Curse that purple Paizo die. Yeah, that's going to confirm. Go ahead and roll damage. I have a sneaking suspicion we are going to have a large green spatter.
Alright, so let's see, we've got 13, 22, 28?
28? You hit the goblin so hard his brother at home just lost an arm, and like half of his extended family is all bruised. He's so there's nothing left of him. He just kind of spatters as your blade goes from like collarbone down to waist bone, and he's just like as his arms like come apart, and he's still like oh. And that is it for the Goblin Menace. You have clearly solved the dungeon.
I'm glad I softened him up for you.
Well, I think we've left some more bloodstains for them to deal with.
Yeah, both Kyra and Valeros are just spattered with kind of this green ichor that just came out of... I mean, especially after that hit. That guy just...
Adventuring is much like real estate. Location. Prestidigitate, a spell to clean you off and do other minor useful things. No.
Yeah, you're both covered in, like, anime-level blood.
A rag. No. How unfortunate. No, I don't have a rag or anything else that would be useful in cleaning you.
I have a sack.
You could search the goblins, perhaps. Maybe they have something of value.
Think there's anything
that's clean
left.
No,
I don't think
goblins?
it was clean to begin with.
Ezra's going to go over and poke at this. Hasn't detected anyone else yet, on the assumption that it is now safe.
Well, that's fair. Statues are usually a menace, but this one appears to be old and weather-beaten.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, that's fair.
Does it have an inscription of any kind?
It does not appear to have any sort of inscription. However, the statue looks acid scored. It's it looks like it's been kind of melted up at top.
Acid scored,
like not by fire, because fire would leave it all blackened and charred. But the top part of the statue, its shoulder is kind of melted.
Huh.
So, would knowledge of either Arcana or History help me to determine what might have happened to make this look so acid scored? As I have both of those knowledge skills.
Give me a knowledge Arcana.
I will give you a knowledge Arcana check.
Please.
I have a +7 bonus for that. I roll a 16, which will give us a 23.
All right. You look at this, and with your expert knowledge, you're like, this doesn't look like it was done by the normal type of acid that could be bought down at the store, your aqua regias or whatnot. you start going off in a long diatribe, and that's when you realize no one else is paying attention to you anymore. But clearly, this doesn't look like it was caused by like ordinary run-of-the-mill like alchemist's acid or anything like that.
What a huge waste it would be to just stand here and pour.
It would be a lot. Statues are, they're a little resilient, but this thing looks like it took a pretty big blast of acid from something.
So, boon companions up ahead, just be aware that it appears that there is something nearby that might spray or perhaps spew acid upon people. So, if something looks like it's going to lose its lunch, move back.
Sounds pleasant.
That's fair. Now, Kyra, what are you up to while he's investigating this statue? You do have a cave beyond, and you've got the corpses of two goblins in front of you.
I'm laying their souls to rest in Serenray's name.
Oh, very good, yes.
Kind of you.
Because they need all the help they can get.
No, it's they've clearly lived wicked lives.
The afterlife has to be better than what just happened to them.
That's fair.
So, so I'm saying a few rites, and then I'm going to kind of peek about down the corridor, and kind of listen and see if there are any more goblins around.
All right, stay where you are or move in.
I'll move slightly in, but I'm not going to go around this corner.
Fair.
Get up here and kind of.
Valeros, while Kyra goes into that in just a moment, what do you do?
I'm also moving forward, trying to keep an eye out for goblins.
You spy that one of the goblins you just brutally murdered has a belt pouch on him.
Oh,
as you kind of step over his, half of him.
It's like hanging from the...
It's hanging from the ceiling, like spattered up there with blood. It's just like slowly sliding down the wall.
How does that get up there?
Yeah, you have, you do have an
fluid
idea.
Dynamics.
Sure, yeah. I'll try to see if I can get anything of useful value out of that.
Well, you reach up there to where there is a belt pouch, and kind of a part of the belt spattered on the wall from where one of the goblins kind of exploded. And grab the pouch, and it's kind of got a bit of belt on it. You realize there's like a jug that looks like it once held wine in it. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, there's this belt pouch, and you kind of tease it open a bit. And inside it looks like there's 2 gold pieces. These goblins were truly wealthy.
Hey.
And a dead lizard.
And a dead lizard, wow.
Yeah, with a bite out of it.
Had a jug.
There you go.
I am really hoping we've killed 2 goblin marauders and not 2 members of a jug band that were just innocently practicing out in the hills.
Well,
as a matter of fact, you
lizard.
look inside the cave and there's like the washboard.
Yeah, we will never speak of this to anyone.
We made a terrible mistake.
Well, if anyone ever catches us with a mistake, as I think the jug band was probably killed and eaten by the goblins, which is why they have these things.
When the moss curtain swings back into place, you can see that, like, painted on the moss, it says Goblin Jug Band performing tonight, you know, right after dusk.
Do we have a torch to burn this off?
We'll just tear it down and
It'll
pile it
be
in the
fine.
corner. It'll be
Nobody
fine.
else is coming.
No, yeah, it'll be great. No, it'll be great. Yeah. All right. So
Jug bands are the devil's music anyway.
that's good. Saren Ray does not approve of jug
No.
band music.
Absolutely
This is
not.
well-known canon.
They're known to associate with Asmodeus.
That's
Exactly.
Because what do you think, Jug Man? You think Asmodeus.
right?
Moving on. The moss curtain, beyond it, is a small cave with a low ceiling and the obvious accoutrement of a jug band. On the far side of the cave are a pair of straw mats with a battered treasure chest sitting between them. Off to one side, a passageway, you can kind of peek around the corner a little bit, leads to a pair of stone doors. That's kind of down at the end here. Over here on this side are where the two straw mats are, and there's a treasure chest between them. This cave just kind of ends here.
Well, this
just off the map.
This was a jug band, so they clearly wouldn't make enough money to have anything of value in that chest. I'm just going to say that right now.
There's no point in trying to investigate that because there is no way they had
musicians
anything of
and a
use.
jug band
Yeah.
of that. It's just going to be like IOUs and notes from their parents.
You're doing great, Billy.
Here's
Billy the
another
Goblin.
15 gold pieces.
Yeah, they keep propping him up and like paying for him to hop on wagons to go to different villages. Yeah, no, it's really sad. This whole thing very depressing. Now you realize that you've just killed what could possibly have been the most popular goblin jug band there's ever been, and by that, there's only been one. So
Actually, when you put it that way, I feel a lot better.
oh, well, fair. Just nip it in the bud before it gets going. No, that's fair. All right. So, what would you guys like to do, Ezrin? What are you up to?
I'm going to move up and recover my staff in case I need to
right.
fling it at someone later.
That's fair.
Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty stained at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Being
You have to
underway
kind
a little
of
bit.
pick it up out of the goblin muck.
You know, it turns out staves are free, so I will instead discard this one and buy another staff from a tree outside.
That's
That'll be
fair.
fine.
Yeah, all right. The tree staff store is well stocked. Valeros, what are you up to?
So you say there's a treasure chest and
There
some straw
is.
mats.
It's over here near some
Well,
straw
Valoris
mats.
can't let anything go unexplored, so he's gonna go over there.
Jump on the
and,
straw man and take a nap.
maybe.
You
Just
get
gotta
over
keep
there
that in
and
mind.
they smell really bad, and you're
Oh.
pretty sure you see bed bugs.
That's
I mean,
you thought New York hotels had bed bugs.
yeah,
right?
no, exactly.
We're gonna have to
These-
clean this up before you list it on Airbnb,
Yeah,
guys.
we're gonna leave
'cause
a
Okay,
bad
duly
review.
noted.
we'll get some bad reviews if we don't.
As long as you don't list it as the betting location of the famous Goblin Jug Band.
Well, the other
It's
reason
like
to
the
check out
CBGB of Goblin Jug Bands.
the other reason to check out the chest is to make sure there aren't any notes. You know, the major inquisitor on his way to listen to Jug Band tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it's fair. It's fair. All right, so you're gonna go investigate the chest.
Inquisitor Talent Scout.
And
Yeah.
Kyra, what are you up to?
I'm gonna stand right here to heal Valeros when the trapped chest inevitably causes him irreparable.
You know, that's fair.
Good
And
plan.
I'm going to stay here so I don't suffer irreparable harm from the trap chest.
All right, so you're looking at this chest, and it does appear to have a lock on it.
Sure, well, Valeros does not have disabled device, so
No.
Valeros
Yeah.
can't really do anything about it.
Devices are beyond Valeros.
Yeah.
Valeros is uninterested in such things.
Alright,
there are the
so
straw-
boots, though. So.
There are the straw mats here as well.
does it look like there's anything underneath the straw mats?
Well, you can take a look. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Sure. What is my perception?
You can dig around their filthy beds.
My perception
like-
is 11.
You find scraps of sheet music, and like the cork from the jug. However, you also find a rusted iron key.
Ooh, a rusted iron key. Alright, well this, there are doors that are closed. This is a key.
Or it could be
Perhaps
the
they
chest.
are connected.
There's a chest.
There's also a chest.
Right there.
I'm guessing
Maybe.
goblins probably not the greatest at concealing their.
Yeah. Alright.
It was just like underneath the mattress, like you know, if you were
Fake
just like
rock.
storing like
Yeah, the chest seems more likely than the monster inside put a spare key to the dungeon under the mat just outside. in
well,
case
you know, if he lost it,
Right,
you know, it'd be
exactly.
like, oh, where's my key? Oh, I put it underneath the straw mat. Yeah, no, that's probably not the case. All right, so you're gonna try it in the lock.
Sure, yeah.
All right. You slide it into the lock of the chest, and with a click, the lock opens up, and it appears the chest can now be opened.
Alright, so over under on whether horrible things will happen if I open this chest.
50-50.
I like those odds. I'm opening the chest.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's better than you think because you open it up and nothing bad happens to you.
Yay.
Yay! Right. However, inside the small sack, a dagger that is sheathed in a fine leather sheath, a small ruby that is sitting on a small, kind of dirty pillow, a velvety pillow, and a glass vial with an orange liquid inside.
Anybody like to examine these items to see if there might be something magical about them?
I'm going to detect magic and see if there's anything magical in here.
Oh, and I forgot, there's one other thing in there. There's like a bunch of painting supplies and a bunch of sheaves of like posters that they've been painting to advertise their Goblin Jug Band.
What do the posters look like?
They're really pretty bad. As it turns out, goblins, not very skilled artists.
Well, that's why they stick with music.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, because this is like, weird green goblin head shape and just like...
Finger paints.
It's a goblin music. There's not even an L in it. Gobin Musik. That's all you got.
So does Kira the cleric detect magic?
Ah, yes. On to
Is there
that.
any magic here?
The glass vial with the orange liquid inside seems to glow with the light of magic. By Serenre's vision, you can see this.
This is not Tang after all. It is some type of magical liquid. Do you know anything about magic? You might have some ideas.
Do I know anything about magic? Well, I have in fact studied the craft of spells, which can sometimes be used to identify magic functions, though usually
unless it's holy water, I got nothing.
I will examine the not Tang and
Very
see
well.
if I can determine its mystical properties.
Very well. Could you roll me your spell craft?
I will.
Craft at spells.
I will make a check with my craft at spells. I have a +7 bonus. I rolled 11, so that's an 18.
An 18. You are almost sure that this orange vial is in fact a special kind of tang that is restorative. It will heal you of wounds. It will cure a light amount of wounds. If I might speak in code that they could never comprehend.
Yeah, so I'm trying to determine whether or not Ezra's going to lie and say that it's only useful to wizards, since he thinks he might need to be healed later. But he's lawful neutral, and it seems like maybe lying to your comrades in arms for no good reason doesn't really qualify as lawful. So he will in fact honestly say, this appears to be a minor curative. I recommend that I carry it, since you can already heal, and he tends to be in the front lines.
You're right. Valor should carry it.
Sure. We'll go with that.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh, I jest. You can hold on to it.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Since
So,
you'll be behind us, you'll get attacked from behind, and we'll be too far away to...
all what? First level. Never occurred to him.
It's only a matter of time before something springs out of the dark and rips you to pieces. It would be best if you can reattach one of your fingers. Word.
Good. And then you guys can carry the gold and gems, which won't be useful in a 2-hour game session anyway.
Okay.
There is a goblin merchant at the end of the hall. Son of a... there's not. Goblins don't have merchants.
They have jug band CDs.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's
the merch table.
Now's your chance to get, one of their T-shirts and, one of their crude, foam versions of their swords to wave in the... Yeah. Anyway, there's none of that. There is, however, at the end of a passageway, there is the pair of large stone doors.
All right.
All right. Well, I
Shall we
think
open
we've
the doors?
figured
Go
out,
for it!
I think we've
We'll
seen everything there is to see. So Valorous
we'll go
will
hang out up there.
move up.
I'll be...
Move
Yeah,
up
good
here.
luck. Enjoy. Let me know if there's anything that needs to be flung.
All right.
Okay.
So you've got these stone doors. They look very old. It looks like they may have one time bore some sort of carving or relief carving on them, but time has faded that away to just vague shapes and impressions of some ancient court or something sitting on thrones. It's kind of almost impossible to see. But there is a handle. It doesn't even appear to have a lock. There's no keyhole or anything.
All right. Shall
You
we?
get one door, I'll get the other.
All right. So we push against the doors.
Sadly, they pull.
Yeah. No, they don't.
This always happens to me. Every single time I go into a dungeon.
ADA says that the doors have to open out. That way in an emergency... No, we're not going in there.
Yes,
All right,
it's
so...
an OSHA-approved dungeon.
That's right, yeah. I mean, you want it to be safe. So you guys managed to get the doors open. They open with kind of a loud, creaking, grinding noise as the
If only we had Sirenscape, we could play a loud creaking noise.
Way to plug! Ding!
Oh, your PayPal app just dinged.
Is that what that noise was? The stone doors swing open, revealing a room bathed in a shimmering golden radiance, like sunlight reflecting off the ocean.
Ah, it's beautiful. Sarah and Ray would be so pleased.
The light emanates from a rune-covered fountain in the center of the room. Faint talking noises can hear in the distance.
Where, my companions, I believe danger lies ahead.
So, what would you like to do?
So formal. I'm
I
very
know.
impressed.
That's
Yeah.
about all Valorous can muster for the rest of the adventure.
Okay, got it.
So,
After this, it's nothing but
His-
grunts.
Yep. Over there, monsters.
Stab.
Hit. Stab.
Valoros, what would you like to do?
Alright, so Valorous.
There is a fountain that looks like it has refreshing golden water in it.
Alright, so Valorous thinks that this fountain looks like a thing
Fool me
to
once.
go toward. So he's gonna try to stealth up toward the fountain. He's gonna try to hunch over and move sneakily toward
Alright,
the fountain.
why don't I get Valoros to give me a stealth check?
Alright.
This should be exciting.
Yeah. 9.
9! So, it kind of sounds like someone wearing tin can armor, ting 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 as you make your way over to it. But you're doing this as you move, so clearly you're quieter.
Yeah.
You're not quiet. But yeah, you now are up next to the fountain now.
Alright.
It looks like the outer lip of the fountain is carved in stone and is covered in runes of various sorts that look like gibberish to you. You have no idea what these say.
Alright.
I'll go take
Carter.
a look at the runes and figure out if they seem to have any religious significance.
Well, it is a shimmering golden fountain.
You're saying all the right words.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a knowledge religion check?
I will do that. Rolled a 5, so I got a 9.
Taking a good look at the runes, you're pretty sure they're religious in nature. You catch a few things that look like religious symbology, but it's not of Serenre, so you're not quite figuring it out. It's of some other faith.
This is probably just garbage.
This is just heresy.
To be frank, this is... Yeah.
Ezra.
I will move up to the last position that they proved was safe and detect magic on the fountain.
All right. You cast Detect Magic, and the fountain does indeed radiate a glow as if there is magic within it.
Can I identify what school of magic its radiation
You can
comes
attempt.
from?
Give me one of those wondrous spell craft checks.
I will indeed use my ability to craft spells. Alright, so I've got a +7 bonus. I rolled a 16, which gives me a 23.
Nah.
You take a very good look at the fountain, and after analyzing it a bit, you're pretty sure its magic is that of transmutation. It might be something that gives boons or takes it away. It's kind
Very
of hard
specific. That's great.
to tell. But it really could be anything.
most
I mean, it
concise
could
school.
it could turn you into a lizard. It could make you fly. Who could know?
The good news is it does not appear to be based on either fireballs or necromancy.
Yeah,
right?
there's no evocation or necromancy. No, there's none of that.
So I will speak ahead relatively quietly to my traveling companions. I believe it is a well of transmutation which will change, augment, or weaken you somehow.
What does the water
But
smell like?
probably won't blow you up.
It smells like water. Crisp, clean water. You have been ambling through farm fields all day, and boy, you are parched.
Well, it would be better if it smelled like ale, because Valorous is thirsty. But he'll take his tankard and...
You found that empty wine bottle, and ever since then he's just been like,
He has a water skin of his own. He doesn't trust the... I don't think anybody should trust the Goblin Jug from the Goblin Jug Man.
No. That
It
thing.
is like 7 a.m. when we're adventuring, so Valorous has not had a drink yet. It's really...
I know,
it's
it's really
late.
terrible.
It's
I mean...
disconcerting to be adventuring this early in the morning. You lean forward, dip your tankard into the fountain, and lift it up to your lips and take a drink. Could you roll me a d10, please? I'm sure this is going to be great.
8.
8. You drink it and you feel full of vim and vigor. You feel refreshed and alive, and you feel as if you could move out of the way of blows and get out of the way. You feel like your reflexes are snappy and on fire. this will give you a bonus in the next fight you are in. You will get a bonus to your armor class.
Hey guys, I drank the strange water. Terrible happened.
That's easy.
Yeah. You drink the strange water. Could you roll me a d10, Kyra?
Thank you. I rolled a 6.
A 6. This morning, on the way in, you walked through a bramble bush and you had a little scratch on you, and you were very concerned that might get infected. But after drinking that water, that scratch disappears as you were healed to full hit points.
Excellent.
Where you already were.
Yay.
Yeah, enjoy. Ezra, are you interested in drinking the water?
So 2 for 2, the odds are pretty good that I'm not going to be turned into a toad.
Yeah.
And, if Thor can be a toad, so can I. So I will, in fact, muscle my way in between these two and take a sip of water.
Ezra and Muscle.
Yeah.
Have you seen the biceps on this guy?
You should see him in the Mythic Adventures
Ezra.
handbook.
Yeah,
He's ripped. Yeah.
I'm guessing you want me to roll a d10.
Yes, please roll a d10.
6.
A 6.
That sounds familiar.
It does.
Your creaky joints and, arthritic hip suddenly feel a little better for a few moments, and then, you go back to being an old man.
Yeah.
So, nothing really has changed.
Well, if we get beaten up later, we can come back here and see whether or not we are restored.
Sure.
You may be mistaking your vigor for actually just not being hurt anymore. You might be wandering around with wounds so often as a meathead fighter that you're just used to being hurt. That's my theory.
I have a high tolerance for
that.
He seems to be lying. All right, so there is a door off in one corner, and you can hear kind of echoing voices from somewhere off in the distance in the other direction.
Alright, so do we want to,
You're wearing the most armor, so I figure you should get to pick where we go, because you'll be in front.
So which way are the voices coming from? This way?
They're coming from that direction, yeah.
Alright. Is there anything else in this room besides the fountain that's glowing?
No, there's just the fountain. This chamber looks like it once perhaps had murals on the wall, but the mold and moss has grown over them and kind of ruined the paintings. There's not really anything else to be seen in
Nothing
here.
to see.
No.
Alright.
Airbnb, weekend layer, magic fountain, secure lockbox.
Yeah, no, it's all very nice. Yeah, no. You guys are going to make a mint. Who needs the mayor's reward when you
Well,
can
we'll need that to pay all of the peasants to clean this place.
Yeah, to be fair, this room does smell like kind of moss and mold. It's not very pleasant. So you're going to sneak up to that
Yeah,
point?
so I'm gonna continue to sneak in my very
Sneak?
stealthy manner.
Can you give me another stealth check,
I
please?
sure can. That's a 9 again.
A 9 again, you say?
We know you're sneaking because of the Scooby-Doo movement.
Yep.
That's about
Yeah.
the only hint.
Yeah,
Guys,
no, very, very, very loud.
I'm not an adventurer.
He tries hard.
You're not?
Give Valeros that.
To the goblins, I'm not.
I see.
So you hear some voices kind of
I
from
think that's
that
bluff.
from the cavern up ahead, and they're like, and as the tin can knight goes marching up to the corner there, you hear, but you get up to the corner, and you're able to kind of look into the broader room. You see a chamber in which there are kind of, on the walls, there's like, it looks like a natural chamber, first of all, right?
Okay.
Instead of the kind of smooth stone walls of the previous room, this one looks more like a cavern. Although it looks like it's been altered, right? There were some stalactites on the floor that looked like they've been broken off and kind of cleared away, so the floor is mostly clear. But on the far walls of the cavern, you can see what looks to be like, using the same paint as before, kind of crude graffiti of goblins with like jugs and washboards and
Oh, we found their practice room.
Having made this one horrible mistake, we're going to have to kill the whole clan. You know that, right?
We are.
now we need to make sure there are no
Actually,
witnesses.
the whole clan is a band. It's like the Polyphonic Spree. They're just a million of them.
It's a family band.
So now that we're like in 3 turns, let me ask a question. Is there a glowing lichen on these caves so that we can see?
Well, funny enough, in the first chamber you had plenty of light from outside. In
Uh-huh.
this chamber, she's just seeing kind of vague flickerings from the far wall from the glowing pool.
Okay.
But the rest of the cavern is pretty dark. I was going to get
Okay.
to that once you guys kind of got out of this entry area.
Because we are all human.
Yeah.
But we also have the clerk.
Can
Yes.
Can you cast light?
Today, no. I have torches.
Good. Great. Torches are cool.
Torches? All right.
Torches it is.
I can carry a torch.
I will begin the arduous process of lighting a torch.
You get it out, you clean off some of the creosote, you make a small pile of... Yeah, it takes like 4 minutes or something. But yeah, now you have a torch.
And then I'll light a second torch from the first torch.
Yeah, cheater.
And then you and I can
That's
each...
OP.
You and I can each carry a torch. And I will have to drop my torch if I
I
want
think
to
that's
cast a
very
spell.
presumptive that I'm going to carry a torch for you.
Oh, that's terrible.
No.
You're a little old for me, I'll be
So,
frank.
we now have light sources.
Alright, good. So, I'm not going to go up any farther until my companions decide they'd like to join me.
Do you want a torch?
We'll join you with
I
fire.
have a torch.
Is
Do
it
I want
lit?
to light a torch?
Yeah.
Not at the
Are you
moment.
Okay.
fighting with 2 weapons yet, or are you...
Not yet.
1 weapon? Okay.
You're still just using the one longsword? Alright.
Yep.
Okay, so we got torches. I at least am willing to move up to, say, here.
That's as far as I'm willing to commit.
Until there are more people with armor between me and what might attack you.
No, that's fair. That's a good call. Alright, so you guys are making your way up, Kyra. Do you want to join them, or are you going to stay
Oh, yeah.
kind of in the back? Alright.
Yeah, I'll be right behind Valeros as usual.
Alright, so, Ezrin, are you going to move forward?
I'm good.
Valeros, moving forward?
Kara's behind me.
There's clearly voices or something in there.
Sure, I will move forward about 10 feet.
Alright. You march forward a bit, and inside...
Are you still sneaking?
You know,
I am.
the walls of this cavern are covered in these crude goblin drawings with like jugs and washboards, and one of them looks like he has pan flutes or something. The worst.
Gut bucket.
Yeah. However, in the southwest corner is a stage made from crude animal bones. With on this stage, it looks like there are more members of this goblin jug band. With the leader, who looks like the singer of the goblin jug band. He has a big kind of helmet on, and they are all violently like prepared for you with weapons and whatnot, all drawn and ready. The goblin up on the stage appears rather annoyed, and as he sees you enter, he looks ready to attack. But he calls out first. Where's my jug player?
You can't even say that with a straight face.
I really can't. This is totally not what's in here. Right, but jug band it is. So there is four backup players of the jug band. If you'll arrange those kind of up in the front there.
Hereish?
Yeah, just out of sight. That's fine. And then, in addition, we'll put the jug band leader. He's the one with the kind of skull head on, because that's how you can tell the leader of the jug band. He wears a skull on his head. That makes sense. Let's run with that.
Yeah.
And they're all up on stage. They look like they were about to
actually,
practice
if he's
when
wearing
you guys
a
interrupted.
skull on his head, like maybe Blackfang could be the name of their band. If we weren't going to kill them all, I'd maybe suggest it.
Well, they're a jug band who were hoping to go metal. So
Metal.
You just blow
jug
really
band.
fast.
yeah, it's a metal goblin jug band.
I would
It's
wear a
cross-genre.
Blackfang t-shirt.
Yeah,
I'd
no, it's
totally
right.
do
Well,
that.
the Merc table was back there, but you
Yeah.
guys knocked it over because it smelled.
That's true,
All right, so the goblin up top screams, "Where's my jug player? He's late."
So Kira's going to shout out, "We're breaking up the band!"
What now? And they all prepare themselves to attack. The goblins look like they're menacing and ready to attack, but they're not like charging at you just yet. They're like, Why would you say that? We're very popular."
Maybe not in Sandpoint, but you know.
I mean,
there's
we're going to
smaller
break into the scene
thorps.
any minute now, right? I mean,
we're sure you are.
We just played Thistletop, and we were a huge hit there.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, all right. The joke's up, and it goes straight to murder. All right, can I get everyone to roll initiative, please? The leader of the band is called King Fatmouth.
That guy went like 820. Oh no.
See, that sounds more jazzy.
Yeah, well, it does. It does. Yeah,
It is
no.
cross-genre, you know. He could have been inserting his influence into the
A
jug band.
jazz jug
Metal.
band
Jug band.
metal group, yeah.
They are goblins. They're not exactly known for music theory. All right, so the goblins have rolled a 5, which I'm going to say gives them 8.
Wait a minute.
Kyra, well, they've got 2 different bonuses. I'll
Okay.
just roll with the lower one. Kyra, what do you got?
At 11.
An 11.
Total of 10.
Total of 10.
18.
18.
Oh no.
All right.
This poor jug band.
So, Valeros, you are going first. It's going to go Valeros, Kyra, Ezra, and then me.
Alright, so... Valeros, what you gonna do? Are these all just the same?
They are
guys?
all, they're all,
They're
I mean, one of
clones.
them has a jug, and one of them has a washboard attached to his neck. One of them's got, like, pan pipes. And another one looks like he has some crude guitar that looks like it's made out of a chunk of wood and some strings made out of catgut.
Alright, so these
Dog
these
Yeah.
goblins don't look too
Sorry,
terribly
dog
menacing.
guts, yeah.
These goblins don't look too terribly menacing.
Oh, and they all have swords.
Oh, right.
Oh,
And by the way,
It's kind of band practice / combat training. They like to kind of.
they mix it up.
It's
the
for the
way
mosh pit training.
Yeah, it's how they keep.
Which
they have to
involves all
protect
this
themselves when mosh pits break out, right? You
All
know,
of-
that's only common sense.
All of this is fair. All right, so Valeros.
Alright, Valeros. Oh, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna charge up? I think you would. Valeros is just gonna wade right into the goblins. And he's gonna charge up and right there in the middle.
All right, so Valeros charges the goblin. We'll say that's the one with the washboard around his neck. I'm going to give him a +1 AC because of that. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, sounds good.
You guys are going to make me roleplay wash band goblins.
Yeah, because
Washboard.
we're responsible for constantly mentioning it.
18?
That's right. 18 will still hit. Your blade manages to dive around his deftly placed washboard.
With a vrip noise.
Yeah, it kind of does make the noise of like boing as it slides into his gullet. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. So that's a 13. Man, I've been rolling super high today.
He's so dead. You stab him right through his washboard, and that's
all
it for the
washed
goblin.
You're perverting the quality of washboard playing.
Yeah, no,
I've
that's
heard
right.
good washboard playing, sir, and you are not it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Kyra, it's your turn.
Valeros thinks he's really good at washboard playing, but nobody wants to mention.
Valeros
I'll go over to
overestimates his
this one
abilities.
and try to stab it.
Oh no. By the light of Serenre,
What a
you will attack
surprise.
the one with the jug.
That's another critical failure.
That is another
one.
wonderful one. You attempt to stab that one that's holding the jug, and it actually deflects your blade with the jug.
Oh,
Whilst the... All right, Ezrin, you are up next.
Okay,
Never
I'll
jug
move
player.
1, 2, 3. Move to here. Drop my torch, and then I'm going to pull out the big guns. I'm going to do the burning hands, which should be able to get a cone 15 by 15.
The only one you will miss is the
skull player
the,
back.
the leader of the Goblin Jug Band,
King,
So-
what's his name? King
King Fatmouth.
King Fatmouth.
King Fatmouth. So,
Now they sound like blue.
it's a die for fire damage. They get to make a reflex saving throw with a difficulty class of 14 for half damage.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage for me. It is 3 points of damage, so they will take 3 or 1. The first goblin will fail, and his wooden instrument is now on fire. The second goblin will also fail. Oh, that didn't burn his jug, though. And the last one, who's got the flute, will also fail. All 3 of them are like, ah! And they all drop their instruments with clatter to the ground. It's really unfortunate. However, the goblins now get to go, and as they march up and are getting ready to attack you, King Fatmouth pulls back and begins to chant in words that you don't understand. At first you're like, is this one of their songs?
This is
Because it
terrible
sounds
singing.
really quite bad. And then he realizes he's pointing at you and holding his hands up, and his ears look big and his mouth looks full of teeth, and it starts to seem frightening and terrifying as he grows bigger and scarier. These guys have a great stage show. Can you go ahead and give me a will save?
Alright. I have a whopping +1, so that's a 15.
That is unfortunately enough to avoid being terrified by the goblin.
You guys
For a
need to-
moment there, you were like, wow, that guy's kind of scary. And then you're like, nah, Goblin Jug Band. Still not afraid. Nope.
Maybe if you
Still
got an
not
ass
afraid.
or...
And cross genre is a little disturbing, but not frightening.
All right, so I'm going to have that other goblin move up. If you could just have it move up in front of Ezrin. And I'm going to take 1 attack against each one of you here real quick. The first goblin is attacking... I didn't say who. We're going to go with Kyra, and that is a 20, so I'm going to go ahead and break out the meteor die. Mwah. Let's see what we get here. That is a 15 plus 2. That is a 17.
How can you tell without your jeweler's loop?
Yeah, well, you got to look real close. It came from space.
So, yes, that will hit me.
All right. Kyra, you are stabbed most grievously for 8 points of damage.
Ow!
That goblin, yeah, these guys are really upset you interrupted band practice. The next one is going to attack Valeros and is going to miss terribly, I'm sure. That's an 8 plus 2 is only 10.
Yeah.
And the last one's going to take a swing at the old man. 14 plus 2 is 16.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Oh.
Then you found that potion.
He stabbed you right in your arthritic knee.
Oh.
Take one.
They're both arthritic.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
That's
fair.
below the belt.
Thank God, if my knees aren't below my belt, something's gone terribly, terribly wrong.
We're at the end of a round here, so one more round. All right.
All right.
So we will go back to the top of the order. We're just about to announce the start of our big charity push, but we're not quite ready yet, so just hang in there just a minute. We'll start at the top of the round. Valeros, if you would return to your sweet ministrations of death.
All right, so Valeros is
that
not
would be a
too
good
terribly
album
impressed by
name.
these goblins.
Blackfang, Sweet Ministrations of
That
Death.
is, in fact, their album name. Yeah.
Well, it would be. They're posthumous.
Valeros is going to power attack
Well, that'll just
against
make
this
it more
guy.
popular, right? As soon as they die, their songs go through the roof.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Valeros is going to power attack that guy. That is not very good. That's a 13.
13 is not enough to hit these goblins. These ones are actually wearing, the washboard and all that kind of stuff. They're all wearing, their armor for their stage show. So that's not going to be enough to hit, I'm afraid.
Right.
Just like Goblin Guar.
Yeah, well, kind of, but not nearly as impressive. Kyra, I like how this band keeps
Alright,
changing genre.
I'm going to take a step back to lick my wounds, and I'm going to drop a spell to cure myself.
All right. So you step back and pray to Sarenrae and minister to
6
many
hit
of your
points.
wounds. Yes, very good. Ezrin.
All right, I will also step back. I will then fling my staff at this goblin.
All right. Your staff goes flinging through the air, this time with a clean line of sight, and bonks the goblin right in the head. Go ahead and roll damage. You rolled what is that?
It's an 18, so I hit a 22.
Oh, that certainly hits, yes.
All right, so I've already burnified him, and I'll do 3 more points of damage.
3 points of damage to the 3 he has already taken. That goblin, the bonk in his head, you hear a crack in the back of his neck, and that does drop him to the ground. And as the goblins look like they're about to regroup, their king begins to play yet another song. But before we resolve that, I think we're ready for a small break. Come on, Mona.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Mona. I am the publisher and chief creative officer here at Paizo. I hope you're enjoying the first game of our inaugural broadcast for the official Paizo Twitch channel. As I've mentioned at the top of the hour, we're not just doing this for fun, we're also doing this for charity. We want to support the Extra Life charity, which is a great pediatric health charity. And the way that we're doing that, I'm happy to announce right now, is that Paizo has teamed up with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a great resource to help fans of games buy games and do a little bit of good while they're doing it. So if you check the link that we've got on our Twitch channel right now, or if you go to paizo.com/charities, that's charities plural, Paizo.com, it will have a full list of today's events, which we're playing Pathfinder all day today, and then when we're done, we're handing it off to the Saving Throw show, and they'll be doing another 4 hours of gaming tonight. After that, the Dice Stormers from Australia are picking up, and they're going to be gaming as well. And during that whole period, we will be launching the Paizo Humble Bundle. It's called the Humble Book Bundle Pathfinder, and you can pop over to the link right now, and you can see what we've got on offer. What we've put up is a bunch of different ways for you to contribute and to buy digital versions of a bunch of Pathfinder books. And the cool thing is you can pay what you want. If you look at it and you go, I think that's worth $1, you can pay $1. If you look at that and go, wow, that's an awful lot of stuff, I would like to put in $100, you can do $100. If you want to give $1 million, I'm sure Humble Bundle and we would be very appreciative, and of course, Extra Life Charity as well. So what we've got is 43 different digital files for different Pathfinder books that are on Humble Bundle right now. How Humble Bundle works is there's a couple of different tiers. So the first tier is the pay what you want tier. You pay $1 or more and you unlock a bunch of Pathfinder products. So that'll get you the core rulebook. That'll get you the Game Mastery Guide. That'll get you the Beginner Box. That'll get you the Player Character Folio. That'll get you the Advanced Class Guide. That'll get you the GM screen. And it'll get you In Hell's Bright Shadow, which is the very first adventure in the Hell's Rebels adventure path. One of our most recent adventure paths where you are playing rebels fighting against the diabolical Empire of Cheliax. Throwing off the yoke of your devil-worshipping masters. Great gaming stuff. That'll give you the adventure. That'll give you the books that you need to play, all for $1 or more. If you beat the average that most people have paid, and that can change throughout the course of the campaign, you will get another tier of digital Pathfinder books. We're talking about PDFs. That'll get you the Inner Sea World Guide, the big 256-page guide to the world of the Pathfinder role-playing game. That'll get you the Strategy Guide, kind of a great first step from the core rulebook to learn how to play the game. That will get you the all-important Pathfinder RPG Bestiary, about 350 monsters to put in games. That will get you Ultimate Equipment, a big 400-page book of tons of different magic items, mundane equipment, and all kinds of goodies from all the different sources, and some new stuff as well. That will also get you the Pathfinder Society Scenario 7-01, which is called Between the Lines. That's the kickoff of Season 7 of Pathfinder Society. We'll have a Pathfinder Society game a little bit later today during the live stream, but this is your opportunity to jump in with an adventure that plugs into the Pathfinder Society campaign. Or if you just want to use it as a quick one-shot, you can do that as well. Cool thing about Pathfinder Society Scenarios is they're tiered for multiple different groups of play, so you can really easily tailor it to your home group. And then also at in that bundle, the Beat the Average bundle is the Advanced Player's Guide, probably the most popular Pathfinder RPG player supplement that we've put out to date. Now, if you're feeling really generous and you beat the average by $15 or more, you'll get another group of books. I'm calling this sort of the ultimate package. You get Ultimate Magic, Ultimate Campaign, Ultimate Combat. You'll get Bestiary 2, which is another 300 plus awesome monsters for your game. You'll get Dance of the Damned, which is the third Hell's Rebels adventure path. I forgot to mention, the second Hell's Rebels adventure path adventure is in the Beat the Average tier. So if you get Beat the Average plus 15, you'll get the 3 beginning adventures for the Hell's Rebels adventure path. You'll also get the Inner Sea Poster Map Folio, which is a giant map of the entire Pathfinder Inner Sea region. And you will get something that I'm really excited about, which is a 23 scenario mega pack of the entirety of Season 6 of Pathfinder Society. That's the Season of the Sky Key, Year of the Sky Key, where you're helping to put together this strange ancient artifact found in a dwarven ruin, and you're going all around the world trying to figure out what it means and how to make it work. So that's a 23 scenario pack, and all it is beating the average plus $15. So the last tier is really special. That's Beat the Average plus $25, and that will get you a physical copy of the Pathfinder Beginner Box, the game Jason and these guys are playing right here. That's got 3 books in it. It's got a bunch of cardboard stand-up pawns. It's got a set of dice. It's got this beautiful flip mat that they're playing on. And it really is your best introduction, not just to the Pathfinder role-playing game, but a lot of the reviews have said it's one of the best introductions to role-playing as a hobby you can possibly do. And we're really, really proud of it. So for $25, you will get your own physical copy. Now, you'll have to pay shipping. You can look on the Humble Bundle page for a little bit more information about that. But you make your donation to Humble Bundle, and then you decide what percentage of that goes to Paizo, what percentage of that goes to the Extra Life Charity, what percentage of that goes to Humble Bundle. It's really up to you. The power's in your hands. You can pay what you want, you can donate what you want, and then once you have 600 plus monsters and 30 plus adventures, you can kill whatever you want to. So we're really excited to be working with Humble Bundle. We think this is a great way for existing Pathfinder fans to kind of shore up their PDF collection. For new players who maybe aren't as familiar with it and are a little bit daunted by a big giant pile of books, this is a great way to just get a wide breadth of Pathfinder stuff. Check it out, see if it's a game for you. The Humble Bundle promotion is going to be going from today, February 24th, 2016, to 11 a.m. on Wednesday, March 9th. So you've got 2 weeks to jump in and support Paizo and support the Extra Life charity. And you can get whatever you want on Humble Bundle, and you can pay whatever you want. Oh my God! So we're super excited about that. We're going to be doing more broadcasting throughout the day. We'll have more to announce at the 1 week period at the end of the first week of the Humble Bundle. But for right now, hop onto that Humble Bundle. Jump in, get your beat the average before the average starts going up, and we will see you throughout today's marathon. And I hope you do get a chance to pop over to Humble Bundle and set yourself up with some PDFs and help us out with our charity effort as well. In the meantime, I'm going to hand things back to Jason and the crew here. This Goblin Jug Band is really terrorizing this cave system, and we need to get rid of their dangerous folk music as fast as possible. So I'll leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Jason Bulmahn. Please check out the Humble Bundle. Once again, paizo.com/charities, or follow the link directly to the Humble Bundle here on the Twitch channel. We'll look forward to talking to you throughout the day, and please check it out. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot, Jace.
Thank you. So we're going to get back to the action here. Just for those of you who are just joining us, we are running the Pathfinder Beginner Box, which is one of the glorious rewards you can get for picking up that Humble Bundle. I am Jason Bulmahn. I'm the lead designer here at Paizo. I'm going to let everybody reintroduce themselves because it's been an hour and we might have some new people who didn't quite catch us at the beginning. So why don't we just go back around the table. Logan.
I'm Logan Bonner. I'm one of the members of the design team, and I'm playing the cleric today.
I'm Owen Stevens. I'm one of the developers, and I am playing the wizard today.
And I'm Amanda Hamon-Kunz. I'm a developer at Paizo as well, and I am playing Valeros, the bane of goblin jug bands everywhere.
And when we broke off, the party was in the middle of facing off against a goblin jug band that is infesting this dungeon. They seem to be highly motivated to put an end before their folk music tour ruins the local scene.
Also, we want to turn the dungeon into an Airbnb.
There is that. There is also a goal. And I guess there's also some drive to get rid of some menace that lives here called Blackfang, whatever that is. I mean, I guess you could investigate that as well. But as long as you can turn this into an Airbnb and get rid of the Goblin Jug Band, yeah, call that good.
Ezra's looking at retirement.
We're gentrifying the area.
That's fine, yeah. You're going to put a... Next up is going to be a Chipotle and a Whole Foods. That's... Right. All right, so when we left, I believe we were going through initiative. They were in the middle of fighting the Jug Band, and the leader of the Jug Band was in the middle of performing another ballad. And upon the completion of that music, he is unleashing from his hands a bright, shining note that goes flying through the air and strikes Valeros square in the chest without even needing to roll the hit. And his power chord hurts you, dealing 3 points of damage. It is a magical power chord. All right.
Oh!
Yeah.
Goblin Jug Band is more potent than we had thought.
That's right. It's even more dangerous than you thought because your friends have abandoned you up front with the other goblins.
And I'm about to get flanked.
Who are, yes, in fact, they both 5-foot step up so that they're on either side of Valeros. There we go.
Oh.
And they're going to attempt to shish kebab you. Since
It smells so bad.
You say abandoned, we say tactically positioned.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
All right, so that is a 3 with my flank bonus and my attack bonus. That is still nowhere near enough to hit you. That comes up to a 7.
Unfortunately
so
not.
I'm going to roll the attack for the other one and see if that has any more luck. My dice are not happy with me today. Yeah, that's also only a 10. So they try and stab you feebly, but it doesn't really go according to plan. So that is it for the goblins. We're going to start over the next round of combat, and I believe we are starting with Valeros.
It's going according to our plan.
Well, it's not going according to their plan.
All right.
They were going to go on tour next week.
Hey, you can gang up on people. We should try that.
That's a fine idea.
Valeros will 5
I
foot
had no
step this
idea.
way. And Valeros will smack at that goblin with a power attack.
That is decidedly unfriendly.
Valeros casts longsword.
It's a 16 plus 4, 20.
That is most certainly going to get past my meager defenses and my washboard and jug armor.
Alright. So, ooh, that was a 7. That's a 15.
These goblins do not have the fortitude to survive an assault of that magnitude. Yeah, he crumples. You cut off one of his arms and he just falls to the ground and cries a lot. It's really quite sad, actually. He's not dead. He's just crying out for his mother.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. Feel bad. Feel bad, you murderers. All right.
Yeah, no.
I figured as
Feel
much.
bad.
Kyra, it's your
Feel
turn.
All right. I will take the swing at the goblin who's right next to me.
All right.
Sorry, I intruded on your dice.
How dare your
I
dice
got
hit
an
my dice.
18 to hit.
All right. Serenre's blade has finally found true.
Dangerously close to actually damaging something. Oh, for 2 points of
For
damage.
2. Now, this goblin
It's
has already
taken-
been burned.
Already been burned.
It has been burned. So, like, half of its face is kind of burned, and you slice at it, and now it's like, ow! But it's still alive, somehow. Ezrin.
I will move back and cast a ray of frost at the goblin.
That might be too much for him.
That's the hope, yes.
No, that's...
I will hit a 10.
However, a 10 is not sufficient. It skitters off the frying pan he was playing on his chest. That now looks a little frosty, but yeah, it does not otherwise harm him. The goblins now go. That goblin is so terribly wounded.
Run.
He is going to take a swipe at Valeros, aka Goblin Cleaver. Ooh, and a 19.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
That is more than a hit. It is a critical threat.
All
And I
right.
had one of these before the break, but I didn't really get to explain. But I'm going to pull out my meteor die. This is a die that is carved from a meteor that I really only use to confirm critical hits. So, yes, it came from space to kill your character. And
Sounds Lovecrafty.
it
It
is,
does.
actually. So let's see. It is also incredibly hard to read because it's so tiny. That is only a 12 plus 2 is a 14.
That does not
So,
confirm.
that's
So
unfortunate.
far, that's the die that you use to
Ah.
not confirm. critical
Take that,
threat.
No,
Space.
I got a critical hit the first time around. So we're at 250 already? Wow. Okay, so the Hubble Bundle's already at 250. Once we're done with this fight, I think I might run a bit of a contest and see how quickly we can run up that number, but I'll get to that after we're done with this fight. So
We get that much experience also, right? That's bonus experience, 250 experience. Sure.
sure, but we're on the slow track.
Oh.
There's always
All
a
right.
hedge.
Yeah, no, I'm a kind of benevolent GM, but not that kind of benevolent. All right, so the goblin did manage to stab you, and its crude blade does 2 whole points of damage.
All
That's
right.
kind of all it was able to
How are you
do.
holding up there, Valerie?
Valorous has 6 hit points left.
Oh, okay. I'm concerned
So
about your
he's
welfare
hurt.
as your cleric.
And that-
He's bleeding a little, but he's trying to shake it off.
That goblin now takes a 5-foot step back, just away from you.
That way?
Yeah, no,
Alright.
that's all he does. He just kind of moves away. He's like, no more, no more. Meanwhile, King Fatmouth, the leader of the Goblin Jug Band, is like, coward, I will defeat them myself. And he plays another power chord. Oh, I don't need to roll the hit for magic missile. Magic power chord. And it flies through the air and strikes Valeros again because he's seen you cut down 3 of his compatriots already, and he saw that you were spattered in green blood when you walked into the room. Take another 4 points of damage as that missile strikes you.
Ouch.
He's like, yeah, that's right. Now run, please, go. We'll refund your money. Top of the order, Valeros.
Oh my goodness. Well, Valeros is really hurt. Valeros has 2 hit points left.
Yeah. I will do what I can on my turn.
Alright. He's still fairly confident. He's Valeros, right? Nothing. Goblins are nothing to Valeros. So he will move up and try to end this goblin.
The goblin is uninterested in that.
The goblin is like, no thanks.
He's like, nope, no, I'm good. I'm good. No,
Oh.
I'm good.
I pull up.
Yeah, I've read the literature.
No autographs.
He's no autographs. Hey, go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Ooh, nope.
Oh.
That's
A
an
one.
natural one.
No
A one.
autographs.
You are preparing to end him, but he looks so pathetic that you're like, aww.
I know what it's like to be hurt, buddy.
Yeah, no. He's
Understand.
like, no, please. Kyra.
I am going to sacrifice my remaining spell
Yes.
and heal Valeros. For 6.
Alright. Valeros is up to 8.
The goblin looks at VSS as a bunch of his wounds close up, and he's like bleeding and like holding in part of his organs and just like, no, oh no. so burned and ruined.
So unfair.
Ezrin.
So Ezrin is moved by the goblin's plight and injuries, and thus is going to try and kill him, so I don't have to hear this anymore.
Oh,
You're
that's
so kind, sir.
You're going to put him out of his misery.
Absolutely.
How kind of you.
It's a mercy murder.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Yeah.
I have his own best interests in heart. So I'm
Yeah.
going to try another Ray of Frost. I will hit a 16 this time.
Everybody knows that musicians are only famous after they're dead.
Yeah,
so
right,
that
so
does hit. Yeah.
And I will do 2 points of damage.
That is unfortunately enough to put it into him. He's like, no, and then he just kind of freezes and falls over.
Your name would live on forever if we'd ever gotten it.
Yeah, if we had ever figured out what it was. He as he dies, he goes, "It's Thomas," and he falls over. Goblins have names like Thomas.
Is Blackfang's real name Thomas?
It might. I don't. Who could know?
We heard of
All right.
Blackfang.
Maybe
their
it's like the
manager's
Goblin
name.
Partridge family, right? They're all named Blackfang. So it's
So-
the Blackfang family jug band.
So the last of his band dies, and the King Fatmouth
They just all turned to look.
turned
straight
to
at
look
him.
at him. He's up on stage and he's kind of like, maybe we could talk this out.
Have you seen this monster?
He's
This is our
trying.
sketch
He's
of a
trying to
monster.
surrender. Do you let
Is it?
him surrender, or are you going to continue fighting him? He's like, I mean, I'm out of spells, so and you killed all. Yeah,
I
so
know how that feels.
yeah.
Yeah. I do sympathize. Valeros, what do you think?
Sure, yeah. Why don't we use him to be our scout?
Give us.
Do we trust him?
No, we don't trust him. He's a
He's a
goblin.
goblin.
He's a goblin jug band metal player. No, we don't trust him. But if he wants to surrender, it's sort of up to you. You're the one that would be
Sure.
running him through with a longsword anyway. So
Sure, I have enough goblin blood on me. This is
It
going to be
is-
hard enough to
It is
get
only
out.
appropriate for us to allow this goblin to surrender.
since he's out of spells,
Well, I mean, he has to surrender.
Does Saren Ray have a treatise on goblin surrendering?
So the
Oh,
goblins.
that's a good question. I'm going to make a knowledge religion
yeah,
check
why don't you make
to
a
see
knowledge
if Saren
religion
Ray
check to see what
has a
Serenre's
treatise on goblin-
position is on goblin
Well,
surrender.
I rolled a 1, so I got a 5.
Serenre doesn't have much of a doctrine on goblins, period. They're
No,
considered
that's-
vermin even by her church.
Yeah, goblins aren't really.
So, wow, the Humble Bundle is now already up to 450. That is moving shockingly fast in only like 10 minutes. Before we continue with this parlay with the goblin, I'm going to make a special offer to those of you watching this Twitch stream. I want you guys to vote whether or not this should get harder or easier. And if we hit 1,000 Humble Bundles sold by the time this adventure plays out, I will do what you say. I will make it significantly harder or significantly easier. So they are living or dying at your mercy. So get out there, support the Humble Bundle, and vote on the Twitch stream, and we'll figure out how this is going to play. And I'll let our Master of Ceremonies, Wes, let me know what the results are when we hit 1,000. So you guys get to vote, live or die for these heroic adventurers, and we'll tally the vote. And when we hit 1,000 Humble Bundles sold, I will apply the results most severely or friendly. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. All right, so back to the goblin. The goblin is like, listen, you spare my life, and I'll tell you what I know.
that's relevant to the monster. What you know that's relevant to the monster that has a black fang.
Oh, I was gonna teach you some of my songs.
We don't.
Yeah,
know.
no.
No, we want relevant information about the monster in this lair.
We don't need you to tell us about how this other band was great before they sold out. We don't need all day.
We don't need to hear about your goblin
We used to be
rival.
really good back in the day, and then we went all commercial.
The a cappella kobolds are their hated rivals.
Those guys suck.
Yeah. So do we have a deal? You tell us about a black fang monster in the lair, and we'll let you run out of here.
Well,
alive.
Maybe. I mean, I maybe know some things that might be useful to you.
Or we can kill you and move on.
Listen, I was into this dungeon before it was cool, so
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is-
goblin jug band hipster.
Well, let's face it, this dungeon is pretty underground.
you do notice he has a
wearing a very
beard.
tight loincloth.
He's like, listen, I I have a bit of a deal. Listen, there is something you guys really want to know. If you guys are here for... And he looks at the drawing. That. Yeah, that. If you're here for that. There's something you guys really want to know, and only I know it. But, I need 2 things from you.
Well, let's hear 'em.
1, you guys got to let me leave here with all my band supplies. Back at Thistletop, I got some backup singers, and I'm going to go find them, and we're going to keep the band alive. 2, my sister stole a dragon toy from me that I've been meaning to give to my nephew. It's over down in that cave somewhere. If you go find it, I'll tell you everything I know.
He says he needs 2 things from us. I say he needs 1 thing from us, which is us not to kill him.
That's fine. You want to kill me and not find out what I know? It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure.
Well, all right. I suppose we'll just do that.
No, wait.
Since I said it was okay.
Wait. I also know where there's treasure. You guys like treasure, don't you? I mean, I saw you're carrying around some junk.
Some junk.
I don't know. And if we kill everyone here, we get 1,000 gold. Is the treasure worth more than 1,000 gold?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So,
And it's even more valuable than some of my sheet music.
even though I am not good at it at all, and I am not trained in this activity at all, I am going to attempt to sense the motives of the goblin.
Ah.
You should
to
do
see-
that.
I am trained in it. I just don't feel like it's particularly important.
All right, go ahead and make your check. I have made mine in secret.
I have a +2 bonus, and I roll a natural 20, which gives me a 22.
Oh, I rolled a 17, which I thought was going to be good enough to lie to you, but it is apparently not. It's pretty clear that he knows where there's a treasure, but it doesn't seem... He seems awfully quick on the, oh yeah, no, it's totally worth more than 1,000 gold. He doesn't really know.
He is lying to us. I say we kill him. He has not negotiated with us in good faith.
Kira?
How about we set him free, but just take everything he owns as a lesson?
Are we gonna let him run back toward the town?
600? There's only 400 left to go.
We need to kill this guy quick
Before
before
it
we
either
sell
gets-
so
if
many
we
humble
let you
bundles that this
go-
adventure gets harder.
Yeah.
If we let you go, are you going to menace any townsfolk?
I mean, I was just going to play some music for them.
Got a 16 on my sense.
His music, you're pretty sure, is a menace. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
even if he doesn't go and kill people, he's gonna go play some like
He's going to sit
He's
on
gonna
a-
go annoy people.
he's gonna go do like Goblin
He's gonna-
Filk or
he's gonna
something. It's gonna
bust-
be terrible. Like nobody wants to hear that.
Goblin
Our contract says all the monsters in the cave.
Oh.
I didn't read our contract. I didn't know that. Well, then clearly...
I didn't know you could read.
He's picking up
Occasionally.
jugs and stuff, and he's just
I
like, I'm
dabble.
just gonna go. It's fine.
Kill
It's
all
fine. You
monsters.
know what?
You can
You
read
know
I know
what?
the words kill
You know what?
and monster.
We clearly can't come to an agreement here, so I'm just gonna go. He's
Okay.
just picking up his
Kill him.
stuff.
Okay.
Alright, and as he's gonna do that, Valeros will just try to...
All right.
I'm tired of this goblin
Go
shenanigans.
ahead.
I'm
Go
writing
ahead.
in my diary, negotiations broke down.
So, negotiations broke down.
common
All right,
territory
Go,
could
go
not be
ahead.
found.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Alright, this is just a normal attack roll. 18.
That's gonna hit.
Alright.
Yeah, no, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh
Uh,
God, with your murder blade.
my murder blade.
This thing has just been dealing nothing.
I only rolled a 5.
He's like, hey, what the hell? I thought we had a deal. He's still up. He's like wounded now and bleeding from the shoulder. He's like, no, come on. I'm just gonna go. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can attack again. He's not.
Alright,
he's
anybody
not.
else want to help out with this?
He's like,
No, you're
listen,
doing good.
Alright.
I'm out of spells. I'm okay. I'm not a...
Oh,
Murder Blade seems the way to go.
That's
here.
one
I'm
up for
sorry, but
critical
we're pretty
threat.
sure you're just irredeemably evil.
I hit him again.
There's only so much we can
Go
do.
ahead and roll damage
We're
again.
faced with the moral quandary of...
Another 5.
Another 5. He's like, God, what are you doing? You've like
just seeing Valorous.
Good
He's all cut and bleeding. He's like, why
Stop
are you
toying
doing
with
this?
him. There's no need to be
Valorous,
cruel.
we said kill him.
All
Come
right.
on.
Trying to limp
So
away.
Valorous-
Everything else you've hit died in one shot. This is just
So, to be clear,
brutal.
while you guys are having this moral
No,
quandary,
Valorous.
he's like trying to limp away, like, no, please.
dragging him.
I have kids.
Like this.
Oh, that's a possible crit. See, that hits.
Alright.
Yeah.
You want another dice? Alright, then just roll twice.
3, 7. All right.
7.
He's like, Tell my
believe that's
wife
8.
I love her as you like drive the blade straight through him into the ground and just like
You know, I think
May
mentioning,
Sarenrae's light
I swear I'm
be
better at
glad.
this under pressure.
I can't help but think that mentioning how horrible his death was to his wife would just be cruel. I think it'd just be better for everyone if we never mentioned this.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
But we'll just tell her that he had a really great opportunity and he went to the big city to find his fame.
Is that Goblin
just-
Death now? He went to the big city?
Yeah.
Jug-
All right.
Goblin Jug Band.
That said, he was
So-
a spellcaster, so I detect magic.
So we are now at 720 humble
Wow.
bundles sold. So we're getting real close here, really quick. I want to remind everybody who's watching that when we hit 1,000, this adventure is either going to get a lot harder or a lot easier, depending on your vote. So if you're watching the Twitch stream, you get to vote harder. Or sorry, this is from my perspective. Harder or easier?
Easier.
If when we hit 1,000, I'm going to look to our maestro of ceremonies here, Wes Schneider, and I'm going to determine whether or not this thing gets a lot harder or a lot easier. We are at 720 humble bundles sold. When we hit 1,000, this either gets nightmarishly hard or turns into a cakewalk. We'll find out which one.
And who doesn't like cake?
Yeah, no, don't give them cake. Don't look at them. Look at them. They just killed a Goblin Jug Band. Do these miscreants deserve an easy free ride? No, they don't. All right,
We
so
did it to protect you, and we're very likable.
yeah.
We really are.
Could I have the leader of the Goblin Jug Band that you have now brutally murdered? He has a very fancy-looking crown, and his jug looks particularly nice. It's a masterwork jug.
Wow.
Gives a +1 on
Wow.
jug band music.
Well, I mean, we should take it,
We
Yeah.
probably should. I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
it's only
Yeah.
common sense.
Yeah.
but no magic.
Yeah, actually you cast Detect Magic, and
Yes.
you notice that about his waist it looks like he has a wand. A small stick of wood that looks like you could use it to play a washboard.
Sure.
Well, you
Um,
can throw that at people.
yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
I really could. 5 more times today. So, is my training in the craft of spells going to allow me to
Why don't you
identify
go
what
ahead
this
and give me a
wand
roll?
does? I have a +7 bonus. I roll a natural 20. That's a
No,
27.
yeah, you are.
See, Ezrin didn't leave to go adventuring until he was 50 because he has a PhD in spellcraft.
No, well that's certainly
all
very
the
handy.
adventuring stuff, no, but
We're at
spellcraft.
800 now. You guys
Yeah.
only have a margin of 200 left, so make sure to get that vote in.
Roll those natural 20s.
Wes is busy monitoring this. So you take a really good look at the wand, and you're pretty sure it allows more curative magic. But it is a wand that you don't think you yourself could use. It seems like something Kyra needs to be able to to use.
This looks like it's a wand of curing. This looks like it's a
Looks
fighter
like a
of
stick
hurting.
to me, but okay.
I think if you use the wand on the fighter,
Are you still?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a couple of teeth marks still, and kind of.
Okay.
and I sense an impending difficulty ahead in just a few more humble bundles. So maybe you want the fighter for strength.
Abracadabra? I think that's.
Ta-da!
Whoa.
Bing!
Whoa.
You are
I
healed
feel
1d8 plus 1. Someone go ahead and roll that. 8.
Eight.
All right, I
We'll
am
put you back
up
to full.
max.
Do I have any sense how many charges are in this wand?
You think there might now, after that was used, you could maybe use it about half a dozen more times or so.
How are you on hit points?
I'm only 2 down, so I'm not gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
So why don't I've got the potion? Why don't you
Are
hold
you
on to the
down?
wand?
Okay.
I'm down 1, which I don't have a lot, but I'm not going
Which
to
I
burn
probably should
healing
have
on
channeled
1.
instead of using.
Well, but that'll get all of us. Save that for when we're all hurt.
I mean, I should
Now,
have done before.
there appears to be a passageway that winds off into darkness. Down that direction, you can hear like dripping. No,
This
the
way?
other way.
This way?
That way,
Okay.
yeah. Over to the east.
Okay.
You can hear kind of a dripping noise coming from the distance. But you also notice that to the north, there's a ledge that looks like it goes up into some darkened chamber. You notice that on the ledge, there are deep gouges, as if like long claws or maybe even fangs were gouged into the surface of something like climbing up in that
Somebody was
direction.
trying to get away from listening to the Jug Band.
That is quite possible. I mean,
Probably.
you only heard a bit of their performance, and it was not good.
How tall is the ledge?
It's only about 7 or 8 feet.
So we can't see well into there, presumably, because there's no light back there.
No.
So I have a plan, and it's probably a
Still
bad
torches.
plan. I propose
Oh, good.
that we light one of my torches, and I lob the torch up into the area beyond the ledge so we get some sense of what's back there.
Sure.
Sure, we still have more.
All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We
I
are
have
now at
10
900.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
So quick, before we know whether it's harder or easier.
Yeah, let's rush forward into a thing.
That's kind of our.
Seems like a
thing.
good plan.
Just as a reminder, everybody, when we hit 1,000 backers of our Humble Bundle, this will either get significantly harder or significantly easier, depending on your vote. Vote in the Twitch channel now. When we hit 1,000, I'm going to apply the results. We only have about 30 minutes left in this game, so it's probably going to be in just a few minutes.
So Edwin will move over.
Yeah.
He will drop his he'll hold his crook in one arm, light a torch, drop a torch, and then fling the other torch up into the cavern.
All right. You fling another torch up there. Just roll me a d20 to see if you can fling the torch up there. No problem at all. That's an 18. You throw the torch up into the darkness there, and it clatters around, and you hear some clicky clattery as it kind of falls to the ground. But and looking up there, you can see like the top of a cavern, but you still can't really see particularly well up in there.
How high did you say the sledge was again?
7
It's about
feet.
7-8 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should be able to.
Should I climb
Valerie,
up
yeah,
there?
You
I
wanna
can-
Yeah.
you wanna give us boosts?
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or
You're the strongest. Why
Help
don't
us,
you
help
boost?
us up once you get up there.
Sure. Who wants to go first?
Boost me up.
All right. So
It's my
Valeros
torch.
will.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'll be right behind him to heal him when the thing that's up there inevitably attacks him.
Right, so Valorous can
Right.
boost me up so
Yep.
that I can try to climb this 7 foot.
All right. Valoros, roll me a d20 and add your strength modifier
All
as
right.
you're boosting up the wizard. He's a
Doing
frail,
check.
light
That's a
old man.
15.
But 15 is plenty. All right, so you are boosted up into the chamber up above. And you arrive up in this chamber. It looks like part of it is a kind of natural cavern, like the room you were just in.
Okay.
But the far end of it looks like it intersects with, like, worked stone walls. It looks like you're going back into a constructed part of the dungeon. As you are boosted up into this area, you notice that rising up out of the ground, clattering from piles of old dust and debris, are what look to be like human shapes, but it quickly becomes apparent to you that you can see right through them. They are skeletons, and you are just seeing their bones as they assemble and pull themselves up into form. This chamber now that you look, you're like, oh my god, this is some sort of burial chamber. This isn't just a cave. This is a crypt.
Hey, remember when I said this was probably a terrible plan?
Yeah.
The good news is I was right.
The good news.
Yeah, it's a terrible plan.
Yeah. So these things pull themselves up and assemble, and we just hit 1,000.
What's
Wes,
going on up there?
could you tell me whether or not people have voted to make this harder or easier?
So you'll be happy to know that 5.9% of people voted for easier.
Oh.
Meaning that 92% of our chat wants this to be far deadlier. Oh, there's also
Wait a
2%
minute.
that just typed in TPK.
Oh, fair.
Thanks, folks.
Tell you what, everybody.
You love
if
us.
we hit 1,500 by the end of my stream, which is 24 minutes from now, if we hit 1,500 by that point in time, I will murder every last one of them. I will not leave this room until they are all dead. All right, so remember how I said there was going to be 3 skeletons?
Yeah.
There's actually 4. So why don't you go ahead and just put those up in that chamber up there. And you know how I said you could see mostly through them?
Uh-huh.
You kind of can't, because most of them look like they're wearing plate mail armor.
Oh.
So it's rusted, but it looks bad. They also look like they're dripping blood. Like the moment they stand up, blood starts pouring from their bones, and like their arms reassemble and pull themselves together.
Bad guys.
Could I get everyone to roll initiative? Thanks, everybody.
So what's the policy if everybody dies, say, 22 minutes before the end of the stream?
He laughs for the rest of the stream.
That's right. I spend the next 8 minutes extolling the virtues of your deaths. All right. The skeletons have a 13. Kyra, what do you have?
I have a 15.
15.
17.
17.
15.
15.
Initiative modifier?
I believe.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to want you to go before
Valorous
me
has got a
anyway.
6. So.
Yeah.
So unless
so,
they tie with us.
so it actually is going Ezrin, Valeros, Kyra, then me. All right. So Ezrin, you want
get to go
initiative.
first.
You are surrounded by, well, not surrounded yet. There are skeletons nearby.
Run away screaming.
7 feet.
So
not far enough to
I
take
got
falling
2
down.
possible plans. One is to run away screaming.
That's a
The
great
other
plan.
is to advance and use burning hands because they're clumped.
Well,
Ezra's never done this before. Surely skeletons aren't nearly as dangerous as goblins.
No, they're just skeletons. I mean,
Right.
what could they possibly do to you?
So
Did you say skeletons?
yeah, bloody
Oh,
skeletons.
I got this.
But
Give me a...
yeah, get her up here.
I'll be
So,
fine.
so I will run up.
All right.
And I will use, even though I've already cast Burning Hands, I have a class feature of Arcane Bond that will
That
let
is
me
true.
cast it again. So
All
I'm
right.
going to cast Burning Hands one more time. It's a die 4 fire damage. They get a reflex save, DC 14 for half damage.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage.
3.
3 points of damage. Your blast of flame washes over the skeletons, and they are burned and scorched. The DC was what again? Probably 13 or 14.
14.
14. All right. So this is their reflex save. The first one will make it. The second one will make it. The third one will fail, and the fourth one will fail. So I'm going to say that those two made it. The other two failed. So the flames wash over them. It burns and blackens their armor, but all 4 of them are still standing. Next up was Valoros.
Alright, and I think you had wanted to boost up there, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I will wait for your turn,
Okay.
All right.
It's my turn.
and then I'll boost you up.
All right. So go ahead and give me a strength check
Strength
to
check.
help Kyra get up there.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 23.
All right. Kyra, give me a climb check. She's giving you a big
right.
bonus to help on this, but
13.
13, that is enough. So Kyra gets boosted up above. Getting up there does consume your move action.
Okay.
But you still have a standard if you want to take it.
I'm going to channel energy and calling on Saren Ray's holy light to damage the undead around me.
That is fair. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
It's a mighty D6.
The DC is only 11 and the damage is 3.
DC is 11. The first skeleton makes. The second skeleton makes. The third skeleton fails. And the fourth skeleton fails. So those 2 that I said were damaged, those 2 in the back, they both crumble, actually.
Right? The other ones take 1 damage.
Uh-huh.
And the other ones take 1 damage. So they are still up. All right. So, the skeletons, and actually because you hit them with positive energy, you did actually kill them because they are bloody. All right. So, the 2 skeletons in the back are now crumbled to dust. Don't worry, folks on Twitch. I know this seems like they've got the upper hand. Just give me a few minutes. And the other 2 skeletons now get to go. And they both advance on Ezrin. That one moves diagonal to attack Ezrin.
Everything looks great until
There
the
we
person
go.
gets attacked by 2 skeletons.
And both of them are going to take swipes with their claws, actually. First one, possible crit, as I roll a 20.
Oh, Ezrin. We knew you well.
Yeah, that was...
I will now roll my meteor die. It came from space. And it gave me a 1. Wow, that's unfortunate.
Turns
Well,
out
that really
space
happens.
sucks.
Yeah, well, you know...
Space is on
it's-
your side, Ezrin.
Apparently, well, you have space on your side, so that's still a hit. His second claw, go ahead and roll that as well, is going to be a 12.
Yeah, that hits.
No, unfortunate. So both claws hit. The first claw does 6. The second claw does 4.
At that point, I fell unconscious.
All right. In which case, that other skeleton does not advance on Ezrin. It actually moves forward to Kyra. I know I moved both of them at the same time, but the first one attacks, and
What?
How negative are you?
I am at -4.
and we are now at
Still got
1,200 Humble Bundles sold. If we hit 300 more in the next 18 minutes, none of them are making it out of here alive. All right, the second skeleton turns its attacks on Kyra, and it can only take 1 claw, but I do get a 20, so I'm assuming that's going to hit.
That will hit.
All right. That is going to do 5 points of damage. And you notice both these skeletons, they were like all burned and blackened, but the blood washes over some of their bones and they look like they knit up and heal. The other 2 are dead though. So that is the skeleton's turn. Top of the order, Ezrin. You continue bleeding. Take a point of damage and roll me a constitution check.
Attempt to stabilize. My constitution check is a 9.
9 is going to fail, so you lose another hit point.
I slowly begin turning into a bloody skeleton.
Delightful. Reinforcements are on the way.
It looks
Should have
just
stayed
like
with the
Ezrin.
jug band.
This is horrible.
That skeleton looks really old.
The seriousness from jug band goblins to bloody regenerating skeletons was a bit of a leap. It's,
Yeah, no, it's very jarring.
Yeah.
Jugging?
Get it.
Forget it. All right. Valoros, you are up next.
Valoros is going to try to climb up there. He hears terrible sounds coming and would like to help his friends. So he is going to try to make a climb check.
Make me a climb check.
To get up there. He has an... He rolled a natural 1.
You ever see a dog try and get over an incline that is just too high for it, and it just scrabbles and falls back down, scrabbles and falls back down?
You can make another check. That was only one of your move actions,
Right.
but that does fail, yeah.
Alright. So that's a little bit better. That's a 12 with his...
A 12 is enough. So you do manage to scramble up, and you're next to Kyra now. But unfortunately, because you had to spend both actions doing that, that's it for your turn.
What took you so long?
I sure do see you guys. I sure do see you bleeding on the ground.
Kyra,
Hey, at least there's a torch up here so you can see the horror.
it is now your action.
Yay!
It is, and it's an interesting one. Alright, I'm going to try to put down the skeletons before they...
So you're going to channel?
Yeah. Well, I was going to channel either way. It's just a matter of what direction the channel's going. So I'm going to channel to harm.
Try and harm the skeleton some more. All right. Go ahead and roll. Only 2. What? I'm not bugging to the camera. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. All right. So both the skeletons will make will saves. One of them fails. The other one succeeds. Your holy energy washes over them, and they smoke and smolder a bit, but both of them are still standing.
Yeah.
And it is now their actions. That skeleton that is far away charges Valoros.
All right.
Goes straight up to him. I'm going to take one attack on Valoros. And that is only a 15 with the charge, so I'm wagering that's going to miss.
It does miss.
All right. The other one is going to take 2 attacks on Kyra. Armor class 18.
Yep.
And armor class...
That one is exactly a hit.
Oh, those are both going to hit.
We barely knew ye.
That's bad. When the cleric goes down, you know they're in trouble. They're at 1,300. I might not need to get to 1,500 before.
Remember, Ezrin has a potion on his body.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the corpse is well equipped. All right, so
The
dead,
first
Not
attack
yet.
does 3 points of damage.
Still up.
0.
The second claw does another 4 points of damage. Kyra goes down.
Oh no!
Valoros,
Starting to sweat
it's
a little
up
bit.
to you. Top of the order, though.
See what happens when you're not in front?
See what happens.
That's true. You did let the old man lead the charge. It wasn't going to go well. Ezrin.
But
although
he had that whole plan he said was terrible.
I must admit, you guys did quite well helping me out by rolling 2s and 1s on your damage, so that's great.
It's what we're here for.
Yeah,
Happy to oblige.
I really appreciate that.
Anytime.
Could you make me a Constitution check, Ezrin, to see if you continue bleeding old man blood all over my dungeon floor?
17.
You,
18 total.
You stopped bleeding old man blood all over my dungeon floor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you stabilize. Next up on the order is Valoros. It is your turn.
Alright, Valoros still has 2 bloody skeletons in his face. So he's going to try to hit that one
All right.
with a power attack. That is a natural 20.
Nice.
Roll to confirm.
Roll to confirm. That is a 23 to confirm.
That most certainly confirms. Your blade slams into the skeleton. I don't like this.
You
I don't
have
like this at all.
upset Valoros.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
That's a 14, 18. That's
See,
a...
Valoros
So,
is the one
goodbye.
in charge of-
Yeah, okay,
Goodbye.
good.
Yeah, go ahead and remove that skeleton. Your blade shatters it. Its bones go clanking around the room. It has been destroyed.
Still not a good situation.
No,
No.
it's not. No.
Kyra, it is now your action.
Yes.
You must roll to
Ow.
stabilize, please.
Got a 15.
A 15. That isn't. I'm assuming that's enough with the penalty to. Are you at negative what? 4? 5?
Negative 5.
5, and you rolled a 15. That is just enough. So you stabilize as well, and do not bleed
Yay.
cleric blood all over my dungeon. All right, so we're now down to the skeleton. It's going to go ahead and take 2 swipes at Valoros, as you are
Alright.
the only one left standing, and all it has to do is knock you down, and then...
Game over.
then no, I'm sure it'll be fine. You'll wake up, and it'll be nestling you and brushing your... No, it's going to eat you.
I'd rather be dead.
Yeah, all right, fair.
Yeah.
The first attack is only going to be a 10, though, so that's obviously going to miss. And the second attack is only going to be a 12. Wow, my dice suddenly go cold when I'm attacking Valoros.
All you Valoros.
Alright.
So we're about to hop to the start of the round. I do want to remind folks that we're now at 1,400, which means if we hit 100 more in the next 12 minutes, I will guarantee that none of them will get out of here alive. So please continue to back our Humble Bundle, support our charity, and help out our cause. We'd really appreciate it. And you can get, a ton of great stuff. So we'll go to the top of the order now. Ezrin, you're stable and unconscious. You don't need to make any checks. So it pops to Valeros. Valeros, can you find a way to defeat this skeleton so I have to come up with a different way to kill you?
Is sure gonna try.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right. So that is a 16 to hit.
A 16 to hit.
Oh.
That is most certainly going to... It would have normally hit, but thanks to the people on Twitch... these things are wearing plate mail armor, so that's going to miss. I'm sorry.
So it clangs right off.
Yeah, no, it clangs off of my Twitch-branded plate mail. So that's going to miss. Kyra, you're stable, so it goes back to me. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2 swipes at you. 16?
Nope.
No.
1 off.
Oh, I need... No, a 12 isn't going to do it either, so it looks like we're going around the merry-go-round for another round.
Alright, he's gonna heave his sword back with both hands and try to hit again. That's a natural 20.
No!
This has made up for all of the natural ones that this has rolled in the office game.
So that is obviously going to hit, so
Right?
Go ahead and roll to confirm the critical hit.
That's only a 10 to confirm.
A 10 to confirm is
Does
not
not.
going to confirm, but go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. That is a 15. I rolled max damage.
Oh, brutal! Alright, so your blade slams into the skeleton, its bones just shatter and break, flying in all which directions. You can go ahead and remove it from the board.
Alright.
And you guys are out of combat. It looks like your 2 compatriots are still alive, but they're not conscious.
Alright, so Valor's is gonna skitter over. Well, the cleric is right beside him. He's going to desperately try to find the healing potion. Oh, wait, was that on you?
We're unconscious. We can't take
I don't have a healing potion on me.
Alright, so he's gonna just rifle through all the belongings. Oh, it's not on the cleric, and he's gonna go.
You do find some money and stuff.
Sling bullets, a backpack, a bedroll, belt pouch, 10 candles, a sack, a set of clothes, 10 torches, trail rations for 5 days, a water skin
None of these things
filled
help.
with water,
there's
and a
that.
wooden holy symbol and 60
And a
gold.
size medium T-shirt for Blackfang.
Oh,
Yeah, no, size medium though.
That's water
you
from
need
the
a
fountain,
large
isn't
though,
it?
yeah.
Is that water from the fountain?
No.
Oh, that's regular water. Okay. So
You
none
don't
of that
find
helps
it there.
Valor.
Yeah, so you go over and
he's gonna
search
go over to
Ezra?
the wizard,
All right.
and look through all the wizard's
Alright.
things, and try not to be creepy about it, because
A big glowy orange potion.
Let's see. Light crossbow, bolt, dagger, quarterstaff, backpack, bedroll, belt pouch, and in the belt pouch, there is in fact
Aha.
a vial of Tang.
Yeah, the orange healing tang.
Oh.
Alright, so he's gonna grab the orange healing tang and rush over to the cleric.
It might be cursed now.
Start to try to, come on, Kira, come
Alright,
on.
so
we need
you pour the healing potion down Kyra's throat. Go ahead and roll this. And you know what? Before you roll it, give me a perception check. Roll me a
Alright.
perception check.
Where's my perception? My perception is a whopping +0, so 9.
So you do not hear the
Uh-oh.
what is all of that clack?
The
Don't
percussion
hear
section
that.
is arriving.
To be clear, you don't hear that at all. But go ahead and roll the D8 to
All
pour
right.
the potion down Kyra's throat.
The blood rushes in Valorous' ear and heals Kyra for 2 points of damage.
So Kyra
Alright.
is not conscious,
Three.
which is probably for the best, because stalking up behind you is indeed Blackfang, who comes stomping out of the chamber back behind you, and you suddenly finish pouring the potion vial down the throat, and then are like, what's that noise? As like there's like acid drips landing next to you that are like scorching the pavement. You're like, what? That's kind of odd. And I want to thank everyone for supporting us on Humble Bundle. We've hit 1,500. So because you
can
failed
knock
your
off
perception check, technically I get a surprise round.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and take that surprise round. As the large black dragon that is behind you, you hear this kind of noise. It sounds like this. As it just unleashes a torrent of acid all over you.
Oh no.
That's how I felt when I heard the jug band too.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I mean, it's just, you play that jug band
It's
music.
been a nice triple feature, right? We've got Blackfang, the Goblin Jug Band. We've got Bloodplate, the Skeleton Heavy Metal Group.
Yeah.
And now we have a cappella Acid Breath.
Yeah, that's right. So could you go ahead and give me a reflex saving throw as the blast of
Sure.
acid washes over you?
That's a 16.
A 16. Wow, that's That's a decent number. You're only going to take half damage. Congrats.
Yay.
That's good.
Yay.
Half damage. Which is going to be... it's 12 damage normally, but you're only taking half, so you only take 6.
Alright.
I'm assuming you're still up?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and give me initiative. Let's see if you can pull this off. If you can thwart me.
I can kill the black dragon by myself, right, Twitch?
I'd ask the rest of you
Twitch
to
doesn't
roll
want you
initiative,
to.
Oh,
but that's
right.
no longer
The
relative.
Alright, so initiative. Ooh. That's a 25.
To be fair, I rolled very poorly. I only have a 6.
Yeah, got a
Wow.
2 on his die.
Yeah, I have a 2, so that's really bad. Valorous, you get to go first.
Alright.
You turn around and see this large winged terror, this black-scaled menace that has come stalking out of its lair deeper in the dungeon.
Guys.
And it is here to put an end to you. You can see that you have clearly disturbed it and disturbed its guardians. And, to top it off, killed its jug band.
Oh no, I don't.
It's the manager.
Oh no.
So,
Everyone knows
it's
you don't
got a
mess with the
hoard
manager.
because it's been taking all the money.
yeah, of course.
It's been
Yeah.
getting
I was about to say
90% of every gig they've played.
That's right,
I've
yeah.
seen some small music managers. Being dragons makes more sense than any other explanation I've run into. Yeah.
So, you have been blasted with acid. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Alright, so I don't suppose that running out of the cave, running up to Absalom,
You can-
changing my name,
You can run if you want. Knock yourself out.
dyeing my hair. No, Valorous doesn't run from anything. Valorous's friends have died. Valoros is going to
For the record, I'm not dead yet.
do the brave and yet terribly stupid thing as he does and try to fight the dragon.
You...
Valorous will provide enough of a meal for the dragon that it won't then eat us, and we might wake up here.
Yeah, all I know is that he promised a TPK, and I'm going to make him roll that coup de grace. Right? My character's not dead yet.
That is fair. All right. So, Valorous, you go charging up. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Alright, so he's charging and he's power attacking. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Congratulations.
Before I die, can I get at least one hit on
That is you. I'm
Oh,
sure
that's
will do.
probably not going to confirm. 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8.
8 is not a critical hit.
All right.
But you do score a hit on the dragon.
Ha ha ha! I go down swinging with a whopping 9.
This could have been so much better.
The dragon screeches in rage as you slice through its, Blackfang jug band tour magnet. You can't wear a T-shirt.
got
That
a
would be
little
too
name
big.
tag.
Yeah, and it's got a name tag, a little badge.
Bumper stickers.
Bumper
On
stickers.
its
You could wear
wings.
on its wings. Yeah, no, that's a
makes
bit better.
sense.
All right, so you slice through one of those, and it is now enraged.
And it's obviously wearing a gold chain with its zodiac symbol on it.
Yeah, no, that seems reasonable.
Big, heavy one.
All right, so the dragon goes, and it rears back and looks at you with, like, licking its lips, and
Mistakes were made!
and it attempts to bite you, hitting armor class 24.
Oh, yeah.
Its jaws as they
How
clamp
bad can a
around
dragon's
you.
bite be?
Yeah, really. I mean,
I'm sure it'll be
Jaws are not that big.
fine. It'll be
It's
fine.
actually only 5 points of damage.
That staggers me. I'm at
Oh.
0.
It takes that big, horrible bite out of you when you were still up, but you're kind of staggering about, and it's like, nobody kills my jug band. This is worse than that 1-star review on Yelp. And it attacks you twice with its claws. The first time's going to miss at only a 13, and the second time's going to miss with only a 12! You have managed to survive another 6 seconds. It's your action.
I'll go down swinging again!
Alright, go
Yeah.
ahead and take a swing.
That is a 13.
That is not going to hit.
Alright.
And as you stagger about, the dragon reels back to bite you and misses with a 13. But it's going to attack with a claw, and its second claw is going to clip you. And that... Oh, yeah, okay. You're at 0?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Well, that it tears into you with the claw, dealing 4 points of damage, knocking you down to the ground.
Your band sucks.
But we've got 3 minutes left,
You're
and he has not actually killed any of us.
nope,
How many-
we're all still alive.
How many
All
points
still
did
alive.
you do?
That was 4.
Alright, so I'm at -4.
All right.
I don't think we can take any of this as red. I think you have to actually kill it.
My breath weapon is recharged, and I
Oh.
breathe on both Valoros and Ezrin.
Okay.
So that'll take care of both of you.
I want to see
Alright.
dice of damage.
Here they are. That's 11.
Yeah, I'm dead.
All right. 1700. And Kyra, you gain flashes of consciousness as the dragon is literally eating you. It's just like stuffing you down.
You
Just
don't
like
have to roll damage. I'm just saying.
only 4, so that was just a nibble.
Okay, yeah.
You know, the second bite is going to be a 7.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, all right.
You just got nommed by a dragon.
Curse you, Bulmahn.
Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome.
You're mine.
So, I think that about wraps up our time here on the Twitch stream. Once again, I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm the lead designer here at Paizo, and I want to thank everybody for watching the inauguration of our Twitch stream. Make sure to back the Humble Bundle and support it as much as you can. Spread the word.
I'm Logan Bonner, and I'm on the design team, and thank you for joining us here. It was great while it lasted.
I'm Owen Casey Stevens, and thanks for killing us all. We appreciate it. If you get in the Humble Bumble, you'll be able to kill your friends instead of killing total strangers, so that'll be more fun.
And I'm Amanda Hamon-Kunz, developer at Paizo, and I could not have made a better sales pitch myself.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. We've got a lot more gaming action going on during the day. I believe I'm going to turn it back over to our Maestro of Ceremony so he can announce the next people who are playing, announce the winner of the prize giveaway for this segment of the Humble Bundle, and keep things rolling. Wes, back to you.